Do y'all know what today is? Please tell me somebody out there know what today is. Today is the day where the transfer portal has opened up. And that portal has ballooned so crazy right now with athletes jumping in, looking to find them a new home so that they can continue their collegiate football careers. But one thing they got to keep in mind, hopefully they got some film out there where these coaches that are looking to possibly recruit them in, they're going to be able to stay there and get some playing time out there on that field. Because you already know, if you can't crack the code to get out there on the field, you're going to be right back in the same position you was once before. Before we get into today's show, we got to go ahead and throw it up one time for the FAMU Rattlers on beating Prairie View A&M in the SWAC championship game, 35-21. As Coach stated in the pregame show that he did previously, if you didn't get to check that out, go over there and check that out so you can see exactly how I was running it down to you on how I thought that FAMU would be able to get out there and get that win against Prairie View A&M. Yes, Prairie View A&M had some dogs out there on the field, but there were some things that they had to make sure they did not do that to prevent them from having an opportunity of winning the SWAC championship game against FAMU. Guys, listen, Celebration Bowl is on its way. This thing is going to be out of control in Atlanta, Georgia, the Celebration Bowl between Howard University and FAMU. But you know what? Before we get to the Celebration Bowl, early signing period is coming, in which we're going to see a lot of athletes that are jumping into that transfer portal, trying to get themselves in the right spot at the right time. But there's still high school athletes that's coming out looking to make sure that they're able to get, fulfill their dreams as well on playing collegiate football, with a particular program of their liking also. And you know what? We got a young man that has decided to commit. Yes, he's decided to commit. And we're going to talk about that young man and where he's looking to go right after this. It's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's not but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on in this thing. Because they're like, Coach, what you got going on over there? Who you talking about? What's going on that you see athletes is going where? Who you got on the radar right now? I hear Coach talk about the trench play all the time. And all programs, football programs can never not have enough offensive linemen. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of folks that, that feel that the offensive line play wasn't that great this season for a particular team. They felt that some things could have been done a little differently as far as with making sure holes were open and, the blocks were made and the quarterback had a little bit more time back in the backfield. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. The offensive line didn't do that bad this season. Honestly, truly, they didn't do that bad this season. But this is the time of year where fans, they look forward to seeing who their favorite collegiate team they're going to pick up in the transfer portal or who's committing to their program that's going to help that team get better. Not only that, but for coaches look at this time of the year now since the transfer portal has become so, I would say, has been given to some, but have taken away a lot from others. They look at this like Christmas time, especially if they got that list of athletes that they're looking to bring into the program that's going to help them move things forward immediately. And one thing I say is this: while coaches are getting in new recruits from, recruiting from high school or junior college, or they're getting the transfers in or whatever have you, they understand that they're going to lose players as well. And that is part of the game. And that's a lot of, we as fans, sometimes we kind of forget that whole bit that losing athletes that decide they want to move on to go play somewhere else, continue their collegiate football career or sports career, period. That's just a part of the game. And coaches are really seeing now that they must build their programs not only for today, but also for the future. And what this one coach is looking to do here, he's looking to get out here and get them big fellas in there that's going to open up them holes in the trenches. And I'm going to tell you, it's always a beautiful thing to have multiple linemen at your fingertips. Because, you know, when you're out there on the field, when linemen out there on the field playing, sometimes somebody roll up on a leg, or they might fall on them the wrong way. And guess what? That athlete is out for a week or two, maybe 3, or maybe out for the season. And you got to have them athletes that can come in there, fill in them spots, and make sure they do the things that need to be done so that the team can continue to keep moving forward. You hear Coach say that all the time. But you know what? Jackson State ain't wasting no time. They're getting commitments right off the rip. And they got a 3-star commitment from none other than Antonio Ross Jr., who is an offensive lineman, 6'5", 335 pounds. He plays offensive tackle. I saw in this film, this young man also played offensive guard, and he played a little bit on the defensive side of the ball as well. So seeing that this young man is versatile out there on the field, as far as with playing in them trenches, they can plug and play this young man wherever it is that they need him to play, to continue to make sure that they have the necessary athletes in there that's going to be able to get after. This young man played at Hartfield Academy High School in Flowood, Mississippi. He was offered by Wright State, Alcorn State University, Mississippi Valley State, and Jackson State, who he has decided he's going to commit to and bring his talents there to continue his collegiate football career. We love when we see big fellas on that offensive line of scrimmage that love to eat. And when a big fella on the offensive line of scrimmage love to eat, you know what he on? He on them pancakes. He try to come out there with some of that extra. So let y'all know, boy, it's going to be a sticky situation up in this thing. Because once he locked them jumper cables on your behind, you ain't going nowhere. And the big fella, like I said before, it doesn't matter if you pulling this young man from one side of the field to the other. Guess what? Somehow, some way, a defensive person is getting pancaked. It could be a linebacker. It could be a safety. Heck, it can even be a defensive lineman. Matter of fact, it could be the water boy coming out there bringing water to the defensive team when a timeout is called. He might pancake his behind too. But you got to understand, this young man is getting after it out there on the field. And you got to give this young man his props. Now, I'll say this. Seeing a big fella like that pull from one side of the field to the next, I like his footwork. He got good footwork. One thing that I would like to see from this young man continuing on with his collegiate career is making sure that he stays on those blocks until a whistle blow. Not going to always get a pancake. Not only that, but now you're going to be playing up against some athletes that's going to be maybe the same size as you out there on that field. Now, one thing I do like is a lot of times a lot of defenders, what they would do is trying to get by him, they would try to use the crown of their helmet to try to catch him in the stomach, thinking he's going to stand straight up for him to catch that shot in the stomach, and then he just bow over and they can run around him. Nah, this young man used his weight and his height to his advantage. Just letting them know, hey, just go on down there on the ground and just tap out, because you get ready to get pancaked too. But I think this is a great pickup for the Jackson State Tigers football team, because again, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose a couple of pieces. We're already hearing rumblings of athletes that's getting ready to jump into the transfer portal, and that's understood. I mean, like last year, it came to everybody as a strong surprise that people were leaving because you thought that a lot of these athletes were going to stay. And understanding that this is part of the business and things like this is going to happen. So there's no problem. They're going to keep on moving forward with their program, doing what they need to do, bring the athletes in, and head coach T.C. Taylor and those coaches over there for Jackson State are going to continue to keep moving things forward in the manner which they need to. Again, this was a great pickup for Jackson State. Can't wait to see who else they got coming into the program. Not only that, can't wait to see who else got athletes coming into their programs as well. Because like I stated before, the transfer portal is open. And I'm hoping that these coaches who know they need athletes within their program to start moving things forward, they get out there and go talk to them. There's no need to sit back like, man, he ain't going to want to come here. How do you know unless you shoot your shot? Go shoot your shot, coaches. Get out there, get them athletes in your program. Let's build this thing up, keep on pushing this thing forward. But you know what, guys? Your favorite coach going to go ahead and get up on out of here. But until next time, be the one and lead.